Corki AD carry, Talia mid, Zinsao in the jungle with the K'Sante top. Zac the answer, something we did see a lot at MSI to that K'Sante.
I mean, look at this comp from GiantX.
Being revealed, and with Ignar walking across, Trimby just retreats back to the safety of his own jungle. He's going to face check into Ignar here. Juhan can come across the wall. Jackie's dodges away from the seismic shove as Jankos has worked his way down from the top side of the map. Jackie's low, flashes! First blood, Heretics and Ignar. Force build for Flackid on this Corki, not going for the opportunity rush. We do often actually see that, yeah, he can just build anything.
You really don't know on the day. You know, sometimes I think players will just decide in the moment, how much gold have I got? Oh, sure, that'll work, you know?
Especially since Halo Blade works with basically all of the item builds.
Yeah,
so
I think that like, there are probably optimizations that you can do. But let's look at this mid lane play as GiantX.
Zairu caught up here, Ignar coming in as well. Juhan there, but a good seismic shove knocks them back. The flash forward though, Zairu falling so low. Crescent Guard keeping him alive. Zairu able to escape.
And position right now, a great flank opportunity.
Wonder's still in base, now TP's in. He's going to be in the midst of GiantX. Jankos with the Crescent Guard, locked up immediately by GiantX. The Glacial Prism going down as well as Jankos is the first to fall. Fate's call will pull out Ignar for the moment. Trimby's killed off Jackie's. Antonio needs to retreat. GiantX on the back foot, 4v4 now the play. Juhan can jump out of the back of this. Antonio still has that cell division. Dashes out, still stunned. Juhan flashes out the back of the wall. Heretics win out on the fight. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but they get the grubs.
Juhan maybe going to try and steal one away with the smite.
Have the Arctic
He
Assault
tries,
as well.
doesn't quite get it though. Yeah, he used the Arctic Assault to get away to safety.
Did he smite a player?
I think he smited a
times over the last few months. Heretics, though, still out to this early lead, about 800 gold there.
Probably going to be one of their biggest potential win conditions. There's the skirmishing power of a Sejuani and a Yone is also very potent. And this front line can be very devastating on the side of GiantX, just in terms of its durability and tankiness. In the extended fights, maybe there's ways in which they can turn this around, but I guess maybe I'm just a bit of a hater on Lethality Kalista.
No, I think we all hate Lethality Kalista. It's one of those, you get a lot of damage if you can for second, so then put it down to charge through this mid lane tower. The Might's helping them a lot as well. I thought they were going to keep it until they needed it around the Dragon, but with so much power, with so much
pressure towards the bot side of the map, Antonio looking for a play.
Comes onto Jankos, TP in, let's bounce as Jankos is put in a bouncy castle. Weaver's Wall cut off Patrick, Wonder TPing in, good seismic shovel land.
Force their way in. Trimby still relatively healthy, but here we go.
Ignar with the first stun. Stretching strike, Magnus, Storm lands on one, but a knockback from Wonder on the Antonio means he can't get into the backline already, he's in the cell division. GiantX look for the engage, but they were slapped down into their place by Heretics. Great disengage by Heretics, and then the fight was already won. Patrick trying to chase away here, the barrier not enough to save his life, and the Weaver's Wall will lock Jackie. He's on the wrong side of the rift. Heretics clean up the fight perfect.
Disappears. And you're seeing the strength of this Heretics composition. Back into the fray, though.
GiantX coming back in for the fight. Trimby's already down. GiantX will get the Drake. Heretics, I think, underinvested in making... On his LEC debut, can he find the engage? He's not on vision. Heretics know something's up, but do they know? The Antonio's on his way in, immediately locked up with the depth charge. Blackhead has to flash away. The Antonio flashes out as well. Jankos goes in with the Crescent Guard and knocks back two. Juhan the first to fall. And the Antonio short to follow. Weaver's Wall forward. GiantX sprung the trap, but Heretics were ready and waiting. Jackie's trying to do everything he can, but he just can't do enough. Patrick finds one on the backside, so his Drake is up. So GiantX can play for the Drake. There is a Weaver's Wall coming in here as Ignar was spotted. He jumps away. Seismic Shove's going to lock him up. GiantX trying to react to this. Ignar gets onto the blast cone. Trimby with the lockup. Fate's Call pulls him out. Ignar able to get away. Plastic Sting shot across. On the top side, Juhan caught out, pulled up with the wall out, as well as the Antonio knocked back with the seismic shove. He's going to go into the cell division. Juhan will fall as Wonder and Jankos get one. Patrick falling low as well. The Magna Storm coming in. Jackie's dashes back. Face sealed onto the backline, though. Jackie's almost kills off Blackhead, but can't quite do it. The barrier not enough for him as he's taken out in the end. And it was a very messy fight, but Heretics come out of it without losing a man and taking down 4 from GiantX.
A sweep of a fight in favor of Team Heretics. Trimby is hunting for the kill. I don't think he's going to be able to find it. They're going to secure the tower and mid the Dragon as well. GiantX didn't find the fight at all. They were scattered. Here we go.
GiantX looking for their spark here. Have they found it? Wonder, Trimby, and Jankos stepping in. The Weaver's Wall, the possibilities from Survivor as well. Jackie's on the backside of the pit, not there yet. Weaver's Wall going in. Flackett on his way, stun on Wonder, not too much. 8,000 on the Baron. Hook wide there by Trimby. The Antonio looking for a flank position, but he's going to be spotted by that ward. Looks Flackett can't find him. Magnet Storm from Ignov as Wonder and Jankos are locked up. Crescent Guard coming out as well. Wonder doing so much work on the backline here, and Patrick just can't get through him. The face call will stop him in his tracks, but Zviru will put him in the dirt, and GiantX. They were absolutely bounced around by Heretics. The Baron secured. Juhan dives in, but dies immediately, and Heretics have...
We're going to have to workshop that, Minik. I can't believe you spent this much time, and that's the best you've come up with.
Years I've been thinking of that one. Wonder tanking the tower here.
Wonder making fun of the tower.
The Antovu's not back as well. The Antonio has to dash away. Fate sealed out by Jackie's, and I think that spells the end of the game for him as well. Forced away. There's mites, there's super minions, or not super minions, Baron empowered minions, and possibly super minions soon as well. Zviru has TP behind. Will it be answered? TP to them in by Zviru. The engage coming in from Wonder is already. Juhan's been stunned up, locked up, and taken out by Team Heretics. The Antonio dashes in, but flashes out as soon as he's realized what he's got himself into. Cell Division will come out, but he can't evolve a way out of that situation. Patrick does no damage. Heretics really don't give a damn about him at all as Jankos dives in, and Patrick will escape to the safety of the fountain. That cannot be said for Jackie's, Juhan, and the Antonio. The Nexus in their eyes, Team Heretics. It was slow, it was steady, but they secure their first win of summer.
I mean...
Right, but then they are playing 3 AD carries, so maybe that doesn't work. Ziggs! So that is Ziggs AD, which basically means that Rogue is trying to neutralize the bot lane. They want Ziggs to get level, probably level 3, level 4, level 5. When he can clear those waves, Rel can be unleashed.
Still secured for Corp. Decent damage, but here we go.
On the wave! Isma gets the stun against the wall. The wave is died. Comp falls first. Luan able to flash away from the tower.
On the roster, we know how great of a carry he can be. So to have those resources invested early, SK kind of shifting our expectations a little bit. We'll see what they can do with it as Marcoon.
Step up doesn't go down. Marcoon gets the knock up onto Isma, who can just dash away. But the re-engage coming out as Niski oversteps. Marcoon survives. I think Niski...
The good news for Rogue is Larssen has control over the wave for now. Corki is a very much Larssen champion, for better or for worse. For those long-time viewers, they'll be familiar.
Ooh. Oh! Didn't have flash. It didn't have the satchel either. Must have been out from Rogue. Like, Marcoon went in, didn't have flash, so can't flash knock up onto Luan, who I assume would be the target because he doesn't have a flash of his own. But the wave was
secured for Rogue. Seems that early objective picked up for them in exchange for the Dragon that went in favor for SK a little bit earlier. Larssen going for a bit of an all-in.
And this is what you can do on the Corki now. You just get yourself a little bit of AD, Valkyrie and Gatling gun on. The enemy's getting... How are you going to escape this? Irrelevant.
I don't think he is.
Because you've used the equalizer. Marcoon flashes in. Irrelevant begins to walk away, puts a scrap shield down. Flame Spitter. Not going to be enough to escape the Void Rush. Rogue get their second. TP coming in as well by Compass. He's going to join the party. Irrelevant stunned up, locked up with the crash down into the knock up from Marcoon. Irrelevant's flash still not quite off cooldown. Will be in a second. Marcoon taken low. Irrelevant trying to get away from the battle, but another Shadowing Strike will be enough to get Comp on the board.
The Finn has just come back to base.
I think it's one they shouldn't contest. Look towards the north, look towards the Grubs. They're up in 7. Larssen's pushed forward here, does have the flash. Irrelevant on his way across. Niski, the unraveled Earth seismic shove still connects just the edge of it as Larssen falls.
Our observers are the ones, the betas, and we both know that's true.
I feel you've just joined forces with them, I'm going to be honest.
Our observers can be sneaky. Tower secured for Finn in the top lane. First one of the game. Extra gold now secured for securing that first tower as well. We are on 14-11, so Finn's going to be pretty happy with that. 400 gold lead for now. Rogue though staying. They've closed the gold gap. What looked like a devastating start to the game has effectively been neutralized thanks to those attacks in the top lane and Comp getting out of the 2 versus 2. Comp even has a level lead now because of the roams from Zoelise. I gave credit to Carrier because of his AD carry supports. Perhaps it does belong to Baron. It doesn't quite connect. The one's getting closer though, I feel. It's just calibrating.
There's the Drake. There's the tower, sorry.
Anyway, Dragon fight, here we go.
So Finn is flanking from the top side. The Dragon is down to 3,000. Stun on the Keeper's Verdict. Isma going to get locked up first. Equalizer goes down. 1-for-1 so far the trade. Finn and Marcoon on the backline though, and Finn is getting roasted by Irrelevant. forced away, heals up a little bit. Irrelevant still going in with that flame spitter, but look at the damage of Rahel. Almost gets taken out. The dragon falls low. Secured by Rahel. Irrelevant gets another. In response, 3 Drakes to none.
Retreat, the chase down is very real. But ultimately, Rogue, they're not too upset. Obviously, probably build it.
I will say, I think he doesn't really have AP scaling anymore, right?
You give it a month, I'm telling you.
Okay,
Corp separated from them, but Niski has the TP, and it's going to come through right now. So Rogue are first onto the objective. They're actually looking to tunnel Finn here, just chunking him out a little bit. This dragon might drop.
Keeper's Verdict going out. The dragon already down to 4,000.
Nice
Stun onto Isma means he can't get the Keeper's Verdict down. No one's attacking the dragon though, and Marcoon is just dodging around it. The Magnet Storm goes out onto the backline. Mega Inferno Bomb there for the follow-up. Finn now chasing in onto Rahel. Marcoon trying to get onto the backline, but Larson and Comp are so low. Irrelevant keeps him out of the fight. Not back onto Marcoon. He'll fall. Finn's being chased out by Rahel. Unable to take him out. Irrelevant though with another flame spitter. Comp flashes away. Puts the explosive minefield down. Irrelevant has a stopwatch to buy himself a second. Comp is 1 HP, but manages to escape for now.
Flash.
Isma chases in, flashes him, and knocks him against the wall. Larson next up has a control ward in that bush, but it's not going to help him. Oh, it does! Just enough to take out Luon.
Doesn't have enough damage in isolation, and now Zoelis is in trouble.
Caught out by Niski, trying to dodge away from the seismic shove. Does put his dancing shoes on for the moment. Stunned though as he jumps across with the crash down. Isma with the stun into the wall. Niski now retreating because there's a TP behind the arrow once again. Just wide. Isma still gets the kill.
So right now SK will begin their siege onto the top tier 1. Objective secured.
Arrow. But it delays them. Weaver's Wall is there. Zoelis can jump it. Larson will flash it instead. Weaver's Wall comes down. Larson down. Valkyrie's out secondly. Zoelis knocked against the wall, stunned, but did buffer his knockdown. He's going to get taken out first as SK find one. Okay, now Rahel's joined. That makes sense. If it was just Isma, that's going to take an absolute century.
So the thing is, if they get the Elder while this is still happening, oh, the arrow.
Arrow connects onto Marcoon. The equalizer goes down. Marcoon able to dodge away from it. Finn trying to engage. Has the follow-up, and Luon is deleted. Rogue find one. Zoelis here to join. There's the Elder, as you say. Marcoon hasn't been tagged by anyone yet. The Elder down. SK now can bring their jungler and their AD carry across.
I feel.
Yeah.
Information trying to be gained through the Weaver's Wall, but they were able to stop the Baron from dropping. Yes, Luon does lose his life, but again, it buys enough.
I'm not saying they played it poorly. I just, I like a little bit more imperative from my teams, a little bit more pace on the game.
To defend, because they still have about 45 seconds left on the O. You can see the top left of your screen.
The other thing is
it's empowered by the Baron. Let's see if SK can knock this tower down. They should be able to do it. Rogue respecting the Elder. 15 seconds left on it. Inhibitor should be secured here.
Yeah, no TP wards either for Finn, so no ability for him to flank. The Inhibitor goes down. Defend their tier 2. I think an equalizer from Irrelevant makes it very tricky for them to do so. The equalizer placed well. Rogue will back away and give up another objective. If you're like 1 goal ahead in the game, you're just trying to delay,
I don't know if Finn
stop the game from happening. Yeah, I don't know if he does either. I don't think it's the most vital part of the game.
What, Dark Medic, Dark, whoa!
Yeah, on his way across. 10,000 on the Elder now. Marcoon takes a chunk, he's forced away. Larson's basing to deal with those supers, but yeah, you just got to give this up. Rogue, it took too long, the arrow connects! Comp knocked back as well with the Weaver's Wall, can't TP away. The Elder comes down, Niski flashes forward, and Comp and Larson are forced away! The lasers find them! And that's it. The lady has sung. SK can TP into the base. The first Nexus tower already taken down. We are grateful to the minions for helping close out the game, say SK. We'll take the second Nexus tower, and alongside it, the Nexus. In 36 minutes, SK are on the board in summer.
And they should be pretty happy with that. A great day.
It's not getting hovered, but it's going to be the Orianna locked in alongside the Lilia. So it looks like the Corki will be going down to the bottom side of the map. Overall, very heavy magic damage coming through in the mid lane.
To make sure you lose CS, but
yeah,
not going to be the case this time around. And Sheo was there to try and help, but unfortunately moved up towards that top side, so not really in position. But now low top laners, and he's here.
Unstoppable Q3 still there for Adam. Not quite able to pull back Photon. Sheo coming up though. Photon now going to be in trouble. Tries to get the kill back. Goes in and gets the first blood. Sheo now trying to clean up the kill. Will grab the kill back onto Photon. Takes a bit longer than he'd like, but excellent. All they're really able to do though on the side of BDS is clear out, get a bit of vision down. They'll know when Drake is starting. They'll find out shortly that first spawn of Grubs has been taken down.
It is a bit weird though.
Linsis moving down. Bit of a split fight, though. Very easy for BDS to collapse onto either side. Now Hylissang immediately has to back.
Stages, which was supporting and getting out on the map early to make sure. Oh, he's going to get caught here, though.
Hylissang, good flick. Hylissang now getting bursted out, trying to dash out, gets a bit of extra shielding from the crash down, but will just drop BDS. Costing them the 4 grub buff, potentially, and it looks like confirmed to be 6 here, is going to be difficult for upcoming pushes.
Yeah, Karzi had already TP'd into bottom, was pushing in on that bottom side of the map, so BDS had to go down and defend it, know that they would even...
Wow, BDS just forced to back off, don't feel stronger in the fight. They've even finished Kraken for Sheo. He's relatively powerful, but the upfront burst damage that Vitality can bring to the table right now is, frankly, just might be their window of opportunity. Sheo not going to get marked up. Adam waiting off to the side. Ice coming in. They know he has no flash. Do they want to turn this 2K on the objective? Adam now trying to get them out of the pit. Dawning Shadow coming across the backside. Wall going in. VTO going to get knocked out, but he manages to get away from the rest of the team. Now it's Adam off in the side, but he's behind it in the back line against 3 carries, and he's not tanky enough. Vitality, get the objective, get the kill. It looks damn good. Vitality, though, they're not going to overcommit. On the side of BDS, they're rotating down. It looks like they've spotted Hilly, but it won't do anything. He'd be forced to stun a minion, but now the Herald's coming in. And Hylissang's gonna mount up. Cavalry inside of cavalry. Whoa, cavalryception.
It's a Trojan horse.
It's a Trojan horse. Hilly's going again. And BDS, I don't know if they can do anything to stop this. Nuke's nowhere to be found. Hylissang's gonna get caught out, but it might just give an opportunity for them to turn into burn. And Hylissang is going in. He's looking for the wombo, trying to follow up. Lince is gonna lay it down. Is he gonna put everybody to sleep? That's a 3-man drowsy, but everybody's already fallen to pieces. Vitality have overstayed. No one's able to follow up on the ultimate coming in from Lince. You know what the problem was, Rob? He got rid of it. He went in as he stopped being cavalry. That was the they keep playing like this. I'll be converted.
Oh, that's what Viego is. He goes wolo, and then you become
certainly. Hylissang, again, back to being a pikeman, non-threatening, and say what you want. That said, he did get a little aggressive there. I think tried to make a hard read on enemy play patterns, and now Photon is doing a little bit of the same.
Yeah, a little bit overextended.
Okay, a little bit overextended. Flash out for Photon. He's still going to get knocked out. Flash commit for Sheo. Now they're going to just try and kill him. 21 minutes. Baron probably wants to deny that. Labrov is not going to drop, but Vitality will break open this tier 2 tower. Do the trick. Ulti used just to confirm that it is in fact happening, but they're going to be a little bit too late. They might be able to grab Hylissang one more time, but it's just once. Photon trades 1 for 1 on the top side. This is like almost all of BDS's kills have been the result of someone on the side of Vitality overstepping. And while they're leading in kills, they're still woefully behind in gold. They're sending 2 members along the top side here to try to break the enemy tier 2, but Vitality already breaking the tier 1. And remember, they have 6 grubs. TP's coming in. Adam is here. Lince is just going to continue to fish with the Swirl Seed. See if he can find a good sleep angle. As Photon already trying to usher a wave in mid lane. 2 points of pressure. Nuke really just wants to grab this tier 2, just get a little bit more gold in his back pocket, but Photon going all in on a Sheo, unstoppable now. Photon's still on the chase, lower and lower. It's one sleepy Viego, but there's no follow-up. Photon, does he have another dash to get over the wall? Looks like he's going to be forced to fight on this one. Nice pushback coming in from Adam. Ulti used as well. Photon still living for a bit too long, and Hylissang might have to give up his life as well. Adam quick on the punish. A tower has dropped, but 2 members of Vitality will be the exchange.
They will get bot, tower and in hit, but here comes the chase. BDS really want this, and Nuke.
Isolating. I don't want to go a little bit further on the wall. Will now drop it. Super Blast Cone.
TP from Karzi back into this bottom side. Vitality want to make sure they're able to get the members out here.
Fight for the Drake. Don't want to be playing against the pressure of 4th Drake. Flash out from VTO was clean, but they still manage to hit up Linces. Flick back, not quite going to connect. Adam now in trouble. He's taking so much damage. VTO really starting to hurt. Linces just focuses on the objective. Karzi continuing to lay down poke. VTO going golden, courtesy of the Seeker's arm guard. Now he's going to get cut out, though. Cut down, shut down for Nuke. BDS focused on the objective here. Linces not going to
push forward. Stop those resets from coming through, but now VTO in no man's land forced the
TP flash out from VTO. Wall coming in as well. Should be an easy flick back. Manages to catch him, and Nuke now on a killing spree. Karzi might be the next one to be in trouble. Labrov looking for the hook angle. BDS happy for now just to have mid prio. Likely to take the tower, but they got Photon as well. Yet another flick back, and BDS are coming alive. 31 minutes into the game, and they're going to set their sights on the Baron. 5K lead for Vitality 10 minutes ago, and now it's just about tied up. The Baron will tie things up. Vitality will grab 3rd Drake, a consolation prize. This is a guy who has an individual gold lead, but is still at 4 deaths from all the fights that BDS have been coming out on top in. Siege, though, Just going to keep continuing here on the bottom side. Ulti there from LeBron, hoping to find the follow-up onto Karzi. The Valk still getting caught, still getting shut down. PDS. Doesn't even feel like they played for the first 25 minutes, but you give them that time, you let them into their zone, and you're gonna regret it. Sheo not gonna grab a mid lane tower. A lot of resources being committed just to try to take the jungle out, but Nuke is here. Sheo living for a little bit too long. They want to find the reset onto Hylissang, and they get it. Vitality are falling apart. Lambs to the slaughter as BDS tear through them one more time.
That could be it. You have the entirety of BDS up here. The wave is coming through. Nuka's going to reset it. Imagine teleport back in as this wave crashes under the tower. They can just go for the finish right here.
They just outscaled. They outplayed. They found their picks. They found their angles. Vitality looked so good in the early to mid game, but they couldn't close, and a few missteps are all it took for BDS to come back. The siege now coming through. Ice untouched, just continuing to tear through the towers. Another flick. Nuke on fire despite struggles in the early game. BDS holding on, but Vitality now trying to punish, and they managed to finish the Nexus. That's the first win coming through in summer. Yeah, there was that point when brand jungle became a thing, and then we never saw it in pro play, but it was really good in solo queue. And Zyra and Morgana also got a suite of changes that made them a little bit more able to jungle. To get a gank off, gets an additional camp currently over Yike. Yike, who will grab buffs and will get a small lead here. Alvaro stunned up, but again, there's not really a good follow-up angle. Supa trying to speed Alvaro out. The flash, the committal, the arrow, ignite ticking, but Alvaro still standing. Mickey now going to move forward and get the stun, just going to start walking up and auto attacking Supa. Nice backstep, but Mickey, he gets hooked. They don't quite have the damage to finish off the target. He's 70 mana, first blood, baby! Piercing light, Supa hits him with the Q, finishes the job.
And here comes Oyoya. Hans has no flash, and Oyoya's in behind. Hans wants to get the wave crashed
Just wants to get the wave, and he knows he's dead. Finished his wave off. Kill going to get donated, but who will it go to? Supa going to grab it. No, Oyoya! Struggling to beat European Deft. As Yike, knowing Elyoya is flashless, should have an easy kill pickup here. Mickey walking over to try to attach a stun to the back of that Sejuani stun. Does manage to land. Elyoya slowly getting walked down, just trying to finish the camp. Good burst damage coming in from the W2, but he can't quite finish it yet. Extra healing now coming in, but Yike might have just given his life. Tower going back. Guardian Brock, one more shot. The minion! One minion! Can't do it. What's the back? He dies to Elyoya. He doesn't want to give the assist, but now it's Mickey who's in trouble. Oh, it's a comedy of errors. It's the sleeping Teemo face Mickey. Gonna get taken out, G2. One proactive play around mid where Elyoya managed to get Caps' summoners out. Otherwise, they've just been punishing G2's over-aggression, both in the bottom lane, now in the jungle as well. The question is, are it's MDK who are overextending now? Yike only level 5. Frescali on the way in. They know they can just take down Mickey with the pushback if they so choose. Mickey getting lower and lower. Zyra ulti used off to the side of the fight. Elyoya now trying to retreat. Broken Blade, though, coming in. Severing Bolt. That's the combo we talked about. Frescali now no ultimate. Spiraling Despair. Blinking health bars on the side of G2, and they're going to be forced to back away. Broken Blade getting lower and lower. Miro wants to finish it. The triple's done. Oh, he's into the meat grinder. He wasn't ready for 3. Taking on too damn much. Elyoya slowly walking his way out, but this is the Zyra jungle. This is the struggle. The damage is real. The sustain, the durability, the mobility is non-existent. Elyoya, good damage trade. Frescali.
Warmog's going to help out as well. Just very strong item. Now with the changes coming through, make it that little bit stronger as BB. Fishing.
Hook shot. Goes in. Gold card. Mirwan waiting as long as he can, but again, Mickey just walking him down. That's the beefy frontline power. Elyoya's here, though, to try to turn it back. Knocking him up. Plants out of nowhere. Poison Ivy getting to work. Double kill there for MDK. Elyoya with a clean play, a clean turn, a clean punish. G2 again. How many times are we going to say it? Over eager to force these exchanges. Mad Lions Koi more than... Sorry, I'm just blown away. They were still... The TSM chants, like Silver Scrapes, I feel like will never leave us. Esports history. At least we're not cheering for
I can't wait for like 10 years down the line where this kid's
like,
people are like,
TSM, what is
Daddy?
TSM? Yeah. What are we talking about? And you're like, oh, youngin'. Let me bring taken out here. Still 4 grubs to the side of G2 at a 2K deficit, but to G2's credit, they lost a lot of early games to MDK over the course of the splits, but it's the mid game where they really came alive. Now overloading here as Yike fully commits. Taric ult now going in. Broken Blade not quite immune to damage, but will be enough as Elyoya's waiting, taking his time to debating if he wants to turn this. Stranglethorn's ready to go, gonna look to lock up Yike, forcing the flash out as Frescali just tries to get away from the Spiraling Despair. Caps holding onto the Severing Bolt. Clean sidesteps and a quick ram is okay.
Not exactly been blown out of the water with being able to poke Alvaro this whole time. So nicely done by MDK.
There, things are a little bit easier.
TP.
TP now coming in from G2. Caps on the way to the bottom side. The ulti, the severing bolt. Mirwin should have no way out of this one. Sidestep on the grasp is good. Broken Blade, the hook shot, the flash back from Mirwin, but he's just delaying the inevitable. G2, good execution, and now it's Frescowy who's going to be in trouble. The pushback is good. The stun now interrupts the dash out to safety. Base damages. Will they be enough? Another stun connecting. Mickey goes back. W2 getting the kill.
Bot side G2 ahead of the tempo on both 2 kills, tower, and the trade for MDK in the top lane. G2 still showing that they've got a bit of fight in them left.
Ultimatum, and now Frescowy needs to get the hell out. Yike. Continuing to stalk and make sure they can't do anything else here. But Mirwin trading a tower. So at the end of the day, it's 1 tower for 1, and MDK getting the Drake as well. Overall positive trade for the side of Mad Lions.
Yeah, and you got the majority of the wave there as well for Fresco. Going to put focus on towards Baron, but they leaned the Azir down to help support Mirwin. Bit of a bait here.
TP coming in too. Might just be the 2v2. The tower now set up. Frescowy here as well. Broken Blade now realizes he has to back away. The pushback is there, but Mirwin's not quite ready for the follow-up. The hook shot, the wall dive, but Broken Blade will still get taken down, and now it's Caps who's going to be in trouble. Spiraling Despair, the kill finished by Caps. 1 for 1 on the bottom side, and it's a scramble down to the bottom lane. Everybody wants to get involved. Oh, you're rooting up Yike. Hansama waiting off to the side. They got the Targ ultimate to keep them safe. Stun landing in Alvaro, but not the best priority target. Caps coming in over the wall. Severing Bolt not going to connect. Supa still healing up. As again, they re-engage, and it's going to be Yike in trouble. Frescowy from behind, but they know he doesn't have the ultimate. Root not going to connect on the Caps, and now it's Azir who's in trouble. Mickey might be the sacrifice Tark, but Caps is here to back him up. Mickey taken down, and now Caps is just next. Again, they leap in and down.
So it's still going to come down to a lot of execution as to how G2 try and play out and play around BBB.
That health bar. They should be able to break down the tower here. Next wave will be cut as you can still probably clear that one out from range, but G2 side lane doesn't quite have the destiny. We'll have it soon. Broken Blade already has his TP, likely to get there sooner. But the hook shot, the wall dive, probably can't just go for the dive, and that's a Camille! Oh, we've all been there! 2.5 items, Camille is online, but Supa now trying to punish back to kill Mickey. Gets him with the ultimate. MDK need to keep this fight going. They know the Broken Blade can join at any moment. Mirwin down for 40 seconds. Broken Blade gonna focus on the towers, knowing it's the easy objective. A quick 700 gold into his pocket as Frescowy and MDK try to join. Bit of poke. Hook not going to connect on the Yike. Severing Bolt not going to hit as well. Caps rooted, but there's no follow-up. Elyoya, the body blocks are there. Severing Bolt on Elyoya is a good bit of damage. Immediate ult now coming out. Stranglethorns. Hansama's going to get knocked up, but again, there's no damage. None of the carries are there. No one to follow. Elyoya's ulti. Frescowy forced to flash out. Supa trying to go. The pushback, though, not under the ideal target. He hand delivers the Camille into the MDK backline. Supa, the last man standing. A triple for Broken Blade. Hansama, a slow, potentially inevitable march down. Supa flashing out. Mirwin now on the way in. The gold card is there. Caps, the sidestep is clean. Supa and Mirwin versus the world. They're trying to take out Hansama, but Mirwin's in trouble. It happened in mid, and it's happening again. Down he goes. An ace for G.
So much of what MDK want to do, and BB gets delivered, but the ultimate just ticks back up just in time.
Hit by something. Solid movement, but just not enough.
Broken Blade.
And now Broken Blade coming in, and again, we saw what the Camille could do. A true terror, Broken Blade. 3.5 items, MDK. They can kill so many people on the side of G2, but one of them is not Broken Blade.
I mean, BB has such a successful year. Coming in, looking absolutely great. In the
MDK, some kind of control in this game, but it has just been slipping away from them. G2, the favorites coming into this one. And it's looking like that's the way that it'll end as well, because Broken Blade does not care about any of their damage. Jarum's Fist now gonna get saved by Hansama, Mickey X with the Tark ultimate coming down. Push back there. Frescowy taken out. Mirwin next. It's just a list. They're going through it one at a time. Okay, Mirwin's up. Alvaro's gonna follow. Slow there, that's the stun. Who's next? It's the Nautilus.
It was close until it wasn't. BB came online with 2.5 items, and now he's got to 10 and 3. G2 in the base of MDK, and it's just a case of how far do they want to take it.
Alvaro doing what he can to clear the way, but again, walking up it all is so hard. Yike tries to get tricky on the angle to hit Supa, but Supa's damage is just not enough. Broken Blade, on the other hand, does not have that problem. G2 getting their first win in the summer split.
That was nasty from Broken Blade. Look at that smile.
It's going to be extremely volatile, and this Poppy,
Come on.
well, it's going away from what we're all looking for, but this is a very, very good matchup for the Poppy. Jax is not happy here, and honestly, Poppy is a great pick here into Rek'Sai in front of the tower, because the junglers are matched here, and now the problem is that Rek'Sai,
Kana.
This is a little bit aggressive, but I think it's a little bit of a overstick. But it's okay, because both junglers are playing to their win conditions over here. We're gonna see a skirmish here, but this one is favoring Oscar because
Flash in, the knockup, closer gets one. Now Kana looking for the follow-up. Razork has to start running. How long left on the Counter-Strike? Long cooldowns early on for the Jax. Razork should be able to get out for now, but that's the tunnel in, waiting for the knockup. The stun now comes through as well. Kana grabbing a kill on the top side.
Ivan is top side.
Yeah, especially when there's a lot of members up here for the Void Scuttles as well. I keep saying Void Scuttles, Rift Scuttles, whatever the hell they are. My brain's gone. Thank you. It means that then KC are in a pretty decent spot now to play off of the fact that Kana has this push. The red buff and the blue buff making it very tough then for Oscar to really deal anything. But it does mean that Ornn is now on his own on the bot side, and they want to look for the dive.
Let's shift that focus down to the bottom lane. Noah trying to kick things off. Already exhausted. Targamas holding on. Knockup will hit onto Noah, but Noah, of course, stopped attacking. Doesn't need to tank tower aggro here. Razor kicking things off again. Flawless dive in the bottom lane from Fnatic. They can't go. Targamas is going to build himself an item, but just really hard to approach all those Ivan brushes. I can't even see the Dragon health bar because the Daisy health bar is right there. Unstoppable is Targamas. Immediate all coming out from Noah. Nice ultimate from Upset for a bit of extra shielding. And here comes the Ram! Now the damage, the follow-up there. Noah in trouble as Closer starting to chase for the kill. One more Void Seeker. Upset grabbing another. KC finding the fight in the pit. The flick back onto Razork is good. Fnatic get the Drake, but they lose just
very good start, but we've seen Karmine Corp get these good starts, but that was with a different roster. And now with Closer already getting in onto Jund, they want to try and push this advantage.
Pushing in. Want to step forward for more. The TP now coming in. Upset's been completely isolated from the fight, but it might not matter. Vladdy backing up. Disengage coming through. Targamas now going to be in trouble. Oscar in the midst of two. A clean knockup onto Closer, and now it's Noah who's on the hunt. Knockup from Closer, not enough to stop the fight from coming in. Good flick back from Vladdy. Oscar getting lower and lower, forced to flash away. But in the meantime, Fnatic happy to pick up a couple extra grubs, even out the bus at 3-3.
KC just a little bit off on the timer. Targamas' ultimate wasn't quite up and available. Just needed maybe 4 or 5 seconds before that ultimate became available. And reminding KC as to why they are so vicious, is they can play off these small timers and find those windows. But now Closer going in once more. Jund might be overextended.
Ulti coming in. Razor going to be in trouble. That's one very squishy Ivern. They don't quite have the ball damage to finish, but Closer does. Jund now in trouble as well. Fnatic getting picked apart. They get one kill back on the Upset, but that's all they're going to walk away with. Good. Again, I don't want to oversell it. It's positive early signs for KC. Certainly early game was, you know, one of the better points of this team when we look back at two pretty tragic splits. So we'll need to see what it looks like as we get to the mid game, as we get later on. But so far, the coordination already much better than what we saw in winter and spring. That said, Fnatic are only going to get scarier. That's an Ivern. They've got a Poppy to tank in the fights. Wei is going to get scarier, and we know what Noah can do on 3 items on the Zeri. Yes, the build is slightly different around KC's blue buff, really keeping Oscar at least up in terms of pace, allowing him to match in terms of itemization for Kana. Yes, he's not going to outscale the Jax, but to fall. Big boon to the side of KC. Again, remember their long-range engage threat with this Ornn is huge. So denying or
opportunities for KC to start to push in mid and play for sides, which is exactly what they want. But Fnatic doing a good job here of responding and getting a tower for themselves as well.
Grouping here, 5 members strong, might be gearing up for the full front to back, but it's Oscar who's on the flank. Both sides happy to just poke at each other. Kana now locking up Oscar. Oscar flick back. He's tanky, but is he tanky enough? But they're all into the choke. Humanoid is doing so much work. Noah immediately going to go for the ultimate. The knockup now coming through for the disengage on Targamas. They've grouped for the Hwei. The follow-up from Fnatic. Brutal is closer. Cut down. Humanoid check sniper there. Pretty damn quickly. The question is, KC, what can they do to stop this? Jund not afraid to frontline. Has Celestial opposition. Could eat damage for so long. 4K, it's getting lower. Closer on the way, but he's not going to be there in time to stop the smite. They'll be able to grab at least 1 kill. Jund taken out, Baron taken down. KC, do they want to keep following?
Very quickly.
KC should just be able to take this one down, at least slow the Dragon stacking on the side of Fnatic.
This 5-man stack just going to burn through this bottom lane tower and using Ivern's ultimate of Daisy to just push back Karmine Corp and make sure they're able to get it.
Oscar continuing to step forward. Brush is set up for the siege, and again, anyone who walks up is going to take a bunch of damage from Humanoid. Oscar with a knockback as well onto Vladdy, the main source of wave clear. That should be included in the Poppy sound kit, I think.
Definitely.
The Wii there. All right, so Inhibitor will fall, traded for tier 2 as Kana at least tries to keep up a bit of pressure mid, knowing that there's not really an angle for them to fight at this point in the game. Upset is at 105 souls, but he's only on the Senna. He's gonna need a few more stacks, a few more items before he really starts to feel like a threat that can work through that front line, especially when there's an Ivern in the mix. And the tough thing for KC as well is even if you get a fight that starts positive, if you can't kill Noah, if you can't finish off that Zeri, Noah will be more than happy to clean up in favor of Fnatic. Another tower falling down. Vladdy using the wall to get involved as Kana stands off to the side. It just feels like Fnatic are taking whatever they want. KC don't quite feel confident enough to pull the trigger. Don't think that this is their time to force a fight, but they're losing 2 inhibitors effectively for nothing this second one.
I mean, how do you engage? Oscar Innen's in a great position to deny Targamas entry. Closer's being marked by Jun. They're just positioned. Kana, though.
Desperate to force, Dawning Shadow to try to interrupt. Jun and Razork both going to get knocked up, but that's the start of the fight. Kana, flick back is good onto Humanoid. Good start. Kana needs to get involved in the fight. The Jack's still coming in, but they just immediately...
Humanoid, Blackfire, Torch, and Leandri's Anguish, and he's going to be able to hit multiple people consistently with the way Fnatic's team fight is set up. It becomes...
This is definitely not ideal. Luckily, Upset has a lot of healing. Push there. Targamas, though, caught in a bit of a tough spot. Hook going to go a little bit wide from Jun. Objective already started. Noah moving back and forth. Not sure if they want to keep the fight. Oscar getting lower and lower. Targamas has to be careful not to get caught out. Uses the Unstoppable and Closer waiting over the wall. Clearly ready to try to force the steal. Or an ultimate going to get used. Knock up on a 3 is good, but again, there's no immediate fall. Vladdy laying down as much damage as he can, but the front line is just too damn strong. Razork will not let any of his tanks fall. Kana dropped. Oscar on a killing spree. Vladdy doing what he can, but it does not matter. Razork, the shields coming in left and right. Noah starting to take over the fight, and Upset absolutely useless in the exchange. Closer retreating, Upset retreating. Fnatic again finding the angles. The TPs come out on the bottom side. It looks like they're ready to end it here.
Fnatic are done. Karmine Corp are done. And Fnatic, with a confidence team fight, will pick themselves up a win in summer.
No matter what optimism KC, the team, the organization, the fans might have, Fnatic are here to remind them that they're still a step ahead as they get first blood here in the LEC Summer Split.
And what a performance from all